Hello everyone, that's Julia from Russia and my talks about marketing, user research and customer development. Today I'm going to tell you about top 5 terrible questions that you can ask during an interview. Although this information is relevant not only for interviews, it's relevant for focus groups too and for other formats of communications with our consumers. But in most of the cases, we use in-depth interviews. That's why I'm talking about in-depth interviews. And terrible question number 1 is a situation then we have any hypothesis and we make questions like our hypothesis. For example, we ask respondents something like, well, then you have this situation. Do you act in such way? Have you ever acted in such way? Do you have this emotion during this situation? Something like that. Or we give an current variant for the respondent, what he or she might do, might feel. It ask about that, not about anything in common. What do you feel? What do you do in these situations? And of course, after what situations did you have in the past? Tell me please about them. So I've already given you the right format of talking about these issues and getting the information about this or that situation, about actions, about emotions, etc., etc., etc. You make questions in common, not about your current hypothesis. And notice, if the respondent mentions about this action, about this emotion or not. If not, well, it seems that it's not relevant. But, well, I understand that, of course, you'd like to check each hypothesis and understand very clear if it's relevant or not, to get their very direct answer from the respondent. Well, you can do it. You can do it. But at the end of the discussion, then you've asked all of the questions about situation, about the emotions, about the actions, about everything. Your respondent didn't mention about it, and after that, only after that, at the end, you can ask something like, well, some respondents told us about this situation, about this variant of emotions, of actions, etc. What do you think about that? Is it relevant for you too or not? Something like that, but it's better not to use this word relevant. It's better to use the word it's for you. Something like that. And terrible question number 2. Would you buy it or would you use it? No. Please don't ask it, because in this situation, most of the respondents say something like, yeah, I would buy it, I would do it, I would use it, but that means totally nothing. Nothing. But I have other variant of this question for you. You should ask not about any future possibility. No, you can ask about the presence. Just now, are you ready to pay for this service, to make a prepayment for this service or for this product? Just now, can I add your contact in our contact list, and our manager will call you a bit later, then we'll have any variant of our service, of our product. Are you ready for that? Just now. Yeah? You ask about the presence, if he or she is ready to do something. And in most of the cases, the respondent says something like, oh, well, but not now, I'm not ready for that. And you can start to ask, why? Do you have any questions? Do you have any problems? Maybe you have any issues to think about? And you'll get any interesting information about that. And terrible question number 3. Though it's not a question, it's rather a format of communication with customers, with respondents. Then you say something like, well, taking into account some functional aspects of our service and blah 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 blah. Guys, please no. It's very difficult for usual users. No, they shouldn't understand your language, your special language. They shouldn't know all of these special words, etc., etc., etc. Be more simple. You should use the same forms, the same words, the same phrases that usual customers, users, respondents use in their daily life to be more close to them. They should understand each of your questions. They should be relaxed with you. That should be, just like a talk with friends, that you shouldn't think much about each answer, and you can say whatever you want, etc., because you want for the truth. That's why you need your respondent to be relaxed and not to think much. That's why no difficult words, no difficult constructions, no. Be as simple as you can. And terrible question number 4. Then we ask the respondent to describe the ideal product, the ideal service, ideal store, etc. Something very, very ideal. Well, I don't know about your country, but in Russia, many people talking about user research, especially about innovative product. Remind the phrase of Henry Ford. And a little disclaimer, I haven't checked if Henry Ford had ever said this phrase. I don't know, but that doesn't matter. According to them, Henry Ford had said once, if I had ever asked my clients about the best product for them, they would say that they would like to have a faster horse. Do you understand? Faster horse, not a car. For most of these people, this phrase means you shouldn't talk too much with your customers. They lie very often. They don't know what they want for, so no need. For me, this phrase means you should understand how to discuss about this subject with your clients. How to do that, what questions you should ask. Well, unfortunately, there is no just one question that can give you answer for this question, maybe other format of this question, something like that. No way. You should talk with your respondents a lot about different aspects of your product, about its advantages, disadvantages, about their experiences with your product, to understand their customer journey map, etc., etc., etc. And all of these research, not one research, maybe, yep. It can give you ideas how to improve your product, how to make it better. Yeah, and remember, please, that ideal product is your work. It's not work of your customers. That's why answering this question, what's the ideal product for you, they cannot say anything current. They cannot give you a good answer. They say something very simple. And terrible question number 5, it's question like, what would you recommend us to do? No, it's not a good one, please. Because during all of the interview, we try not to let the respondent tell about all of the population, all of the people in the country. We try to focus himself or herself on him or her, because it's very important for us to understand the experience of this current customer. And then we ask such question, we provoke him or her to say something very common, very usual, to say about all the customers. And it's not interesting for us. No, because he or she doesn't know all of their customers. No. So they will tend to say some shitty things that are not real ones, or mm, or some usual ones, some usual things that they had already said during the previous part of the interview. So this question is useless. Just forget, please, about one question that will give you all of the answers in this world about your product. No way, it's impossible. And your customers, your users, they don't talk using insights. It's impossible. That's why we ask a lot of questions during each interview to understand all of the aspects, to gather together all the information that can give us ideas. And yep, once again, it's your work to get this information. It's your work to think about ideas, to test them, etc., again and again and again and again. And that's all for today. I'll be waiting for your comments, for your likes, of course. Subscribe on this channel, recommend it to your friends, to your colleagues. That would be really great for me.